Hello dear students, today we are going to start with this paper. So we will start from question number 5. We already did from question 1 to 4. So what the first part of the question says? A straight line passes through the point T for 1 and it has a gradient of 3/5. Determine the equation of the line. So what we have given a point T that is 4, 1, right? And the gradient, if we represent the gradient by m, it's also called the slope. It will be 3/5. And what we have to find, we have to determine the equation of the line. So the equation of the line usually represented by y equals to mx plus b, right? This is the standard equation of a line. Here we should know what is m and b. M is the gradient and b is the y-intercept, right? Like if we have a line like this, simple line. So where this line touches the y-axis, that is called the y-intercept, and the rise or run is called the slope, right? So m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Here we have given the slope, the gradient, that is 3/5, but this y-intercept is not given to us. So we will use this point to find the y-intercept, right? So how will we use it? For example, the x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 1. So instead of y we will write 1, and instead of the gradient we will write 3/5, and instead of x we will write 4 plus b, right? So it will become 1 equals to 3 times 4. We know 3 times 4 is 12/5 plus b. And if we simplify it further, it will become 1 minus 12/5 equals to b. And if we equate the denominators, we will times it by 5, right? So it will become 5/5. 5/5 minus 12/5. Here b will become 5 minus 12 is -7/5. So the y-intercept is -7/5. So the required equation will be y equals to, the gradient is 3/5. You write 3/5x minus, instead of b you will write 7/5 because it's negative, so I will write -7/5 here. So this is the required equation of the line, right? Then we will come to the second part. Using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on both axes, draw the triangle ABC with vertices A, B and C. So 3 vertices of a triangle are given to us. I have copied the question here, right? This one. So we will represent the points, the given vertices on the graph. Like what's the point A? Point A is 2, 3. It means on x-axis it is on 2 and y-axis is on 3. So this is the point A, right? This is point A. And what is point B? On x-axis 5 and on y-axis 3. 5 and 3. So this is the given point B. That's the second vertex of the triangle. The third one is 3 and 6. X is 3 and y is 6. X is 3 and y is 6. This point, right? So again, if we look at point A, it's 2, 3. Means on x-axis it's on 2 and its x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 3. I mark point A here. And point B, the x coordinate is 5 and y coordinate is 3. I marked it here. Then for point C, the x coordinate is 3 but the y coordinate is 6, right? Then we will join all these points. This point with this, and this point with this point with this. So we got a triangle A, B, C. So that was asked in the question. We just have to draw the triangle, right? So this will be the required triangle. Then what it says, on the same axis used in B, draw and label the line y equals to 2. We just have to label y equals to 2. So we just have to draw a horizontal line where y equals to 2. This line, right? This line will represent y equals to 2. Then we will move to the next part. Draw a new triangle A prime, B prime, C prime with vertices A prime negative 7, 4, B prime negative 4 and 4, and C prime negative 6 and 7. So we have 3 points. What are the points? Here I think we have missed one part. What the third part says, draw the image of the triangle under the reflection in y equals to 2. So we have to draw its image under y equals to 2. This is y equals to 2, right? So we have to draw the image of this triangle. So first of all, how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1, 2, 3, 4. Point C will become here, point B will become here, and point A will become here, right? So we have to combine these points. So this will be the triangle A prime, B prime, and C prime, right? That was the third part. Now we will see the fourth part. Draw a new triangle A prime, double prime, B double prime, and C double prime with vertices A double prime negative 7, 4. So first of all, we have to mark where is the point negative 7, 4. Negative 7, 4. And where is B prime, which is negative 4 and 4. And C prime negative 6 and 7. Then we have to mark them. Combine these points. So it will become A prime prime. It will become B double prime. And this is C double prime. Then what's the fifth one? Name and describe the single transformation that maps triangle ABC onto triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. So what we have to do, we have to see what's the transformation here. So A is moved, how many points it's moved on the left side? It has been moved 9 points on the left side and just 1 point up, right? So it's just a translation. The transformation is translation around the point -9 on x-axis, 1 on y-axis. Now we will move to the next question. A class of 26 students each recorded the distance traveled to school. The distance to the nearest kilometer is recorded below. So these are the distance covered by 26 students. What we have to do? We have to copy and complete the frequency table given below. So we will complete the table in this way. First of all, we will use the tally marks to determine the frequencies of each group, right? So we will pick up the data one by one from here. The first one is 21. Where is 21? In this group. 21 is in this group. The next one is 11, and we know 11 is in this group. Then 3 is in the first group. Then 22 in this group. Then 6 in this group. 32 here. 22, where is 22? In this group. 18 in this group. 28 in this group. Then 26 in this group. 16 in this group. 17 here. 34 here. 12 here. 25 here. 8 here. 19 is here. 14 is here. 39 here. 17 here. 22 24 here. 30 here. 18 13 23. So we will see, count the frequencies. 1 here, 2, 4, 6. These are already given, and here the frequency is 7, it's 3, it's 2, and it's 1. So we have completed the frequencies here, right? Then what we have to do, we need to write the cumulative frequencies if we need it. We will write the cumulative frequencies, and first you have to write just 1, then add 1 and 2, it's 3, then 4 plus 3 is 7, 6 plus 7 is 13, 7 plus 13 is 20, 20 plus 3 is 23, 23 plus 2 is 25, 25 plus 1 is 26. So the total frequency becomes 26 because the total number of the student is 26. Then here we will write the upper class boundaries, right? upper class boundaries. Here, what's the upper class here? It's 5. So upper class boundary will be 5.5. It's 10. It will become 10.5. It will become 15.5. It will become 20.5. It will become 25.5. It's 30.5. And this one is 35.5. And this is 40.5. These are the upper class boundaries, right? Then what the first part say here? Using a scale of 2 cm to represent 5 km on the horizontal axis and a scale of 1 cm to represent 1 student on the vertical axis, draw a histogram to represent the data. So we have to represent the data on a histogram, right? So what we have to write on the histogram? On this side we have to write the upper class boundaries, right? It's 5.5, it's 10.5, it's 15.5, it's 20.5, 25.5, 30.5, 40.5, and 45.5, right? So then what should you do? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and after 30 you have to write 35 here and 40 here. I'm just writing it roughly, and 40.5 here, right? And what you have to write on the y-axis, you have to write the frequencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you have to draw the histogram, right? By using the frequency. Here for the first group the frequency is just 1, right? Just 1 for the first group. So you will draw the graph for the first group like this, right? And then what you have to do, you have to draw for the second group. The frequency is 2, right? So you will draw the histogram for the second group like this. Because the frequency is 2, you have to draw the line till here, right? Then for the third group the frequency is 4. So for the third group you will draw it like this, 4. Then we have to see for the fourth group the frequency is 6, right? So you will draw the histogram for it from 6. Then what's the frequency for the next group? It's 7. You will draw the histogram from 7. Right, then what's the frequency for the next group? It's 3. So you will draw the graph from 3. Then the next frequency is 2. You will draw it from 2. And the next frequency is 1. You will draw it from 1. So this is the required histogram, right? I have roughly drawn it, but you have to draw according to the scale. 2 cm for 5 km, right? on the horizontal axis and 1 centimeter to represent one student on the vertical axis. Then calculate the probability that a student chosen at random from this recorded the distance traveled to school is 26 km or more. So we have the complete table here, right? Here we have to see the students, the number of students who covered the distance more than 26 km or more than 26 kilometers. So first we need to find how many total students are there who covered the distance 26 km or more than 26 km. So it's simple from here. There are 6 students, right? And what's the total number of the students? The total number of the students is 26. So the probability that the students covered the distance 26 km or more is 6 over 26, right? And if we use a calculator to divide 6 by 26, it will be 0.2307. 0.2307. That's the probability, required probability, right? Then what it says, the PTA plans to set up a transportation service for the school, which average mean, mode or median is most appropriate for estimating the cost of the service. Give a reason for your answer. So we can use mean also, right? But median is more appropriate because the data is, all data is known to us. We can use the actual data to find the mean, and we can use for finding the cost we can use the mean. But here median is more appropriate. Why? Because it's the central value, right? For example, if we look at the 3 groups here, these 3 groups, the first 3 groups and the last 3 groups, the median groups are these 2, right? So how many students are here? 6. And how many students are here? 6. So these are the median classes, right? So it is equally distributed on the both sides of the median class. So it's the center line. So that's why median is more appropriate, right? So this question is completed here. So see you in the next session. So question number 6. What it says, the graph shown below represents a function of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So we have given a quadratic function, right? What we have to find using the graph above, we have to determine the value of fx when x equals to 0. So we have to find the value of the graph when x equals to 0. We know where x equals to 0. X equals to 0 on this line. And what's the value of the graph here? The graph is touching this line at 3, right? So the value of fx when x equals to 0 is 3. The values of x when f of x equals to 0. So there are 2 points. What do you mean by f of x equals to 0? We have to find the values of x when f of x equals to 0. So what are the values of x where fx equals to 0? These 2 points, -3 and 1.5. Here you can see the value of the function is 0 at these 2 points, right? The value of function is touching the horizontal line. Then the coordinates of the maximum point. this is the maximum point, right? And if we look at the coordinate of this point, it's negative 1.3 and 6.1. The equation of the axis of this symmetry. What do you mean by axis of the symmetry? This line, right? So this and the equation of this line is x equals to negative 1.3. The values of x when f of x equals to 5. So when f of x equals to 5, these are the two values of x, right? It's negative 2 and negative 0.5. And then the interval within which x lies when f of x is greater than 5, write the answer in the form, this form. So it will be again negative 2 is less than x less than negative 0.5, because where f of x is greater than 5, here at this point f of x is greater than 5, so the interval is negative 2 to the negative 0.5.